out there in Grommet Live Land. It is me, Marcy McKenna, the host, or I should say the co-host of Grommet Live. But tonight, for this very special edition of Women Invented Grommet Live, I am a solo host. So welcome everybody. I'm so happy to be back. I took a week off. I was on a wonderful cruise with my son, Colin. And just because we were a little nervous about Wi-Fi on a ship, which turned out to be very true because I had very little Wi-Fi the whole time we were at sea. So we did take the week off. So I hope you guys are all well. And I'm so happy to be back here with all of you tonight. And as most of you know, we are doing Grommet Live Women Invented Edition, especially for the month of February. And we're actually adding a show at the beginning of March 5th, I believe it is, same next Tuesday night. And we chose the month of February because, for those of you who don't know, it is National Women Inventors Month. So very, very fitting. And the Grommet holds such a special place in my heart because they really, truly believe in women inventors and they get behind women inventors in such a big way. So I am so happy to be here honoring all of you. If you are a female inventor, even if you are a woman who just has a fabulous idea and you're thinking about bringing it to market, I am so happy that you are here. As I said, my name is Marcy McKenna, and I'm an inventor myself. I have been inventing products for the past, professionally for the past 12 plus years, but really I feel like my whole life. My great-grandfather was a big-time inventor. He's most famous for inventing the delay mechanism on the bomb in World War II. So prior to that, when pilots would deploy a bomb, they would end up exploding in the process. So he has saved many, many lives. And what I loved about my grandfather is my great-grandfather is that his inventions were very simple. And in fact, you're probably saying that doesn't sound simple to me, the delay mechanism for the bomb. But when he invented that, the military had gone out to all the major corporations trying to find a solution for this, and nobody could solve the problem. My great-grandfather invented it inside of his garage by himself using nothing but water and an aspirin. And it was the dissolving of the aspirin in the water and the time that it took for that to dissolve that ended up ultimately solving this problem and creating the delay mechanism for the bomb in World War II. I haven't told that story in so long. I'm thinking many of you might not know that story. Hello, yo. I want to mention, for those of you who have never been here before, that this is a live shopping show of sorts. It's sort of a combination, a hybrid, because I see it just as much about information and entertainment and connection as I do about shopping. So yes, you are going to see some fabulous women invented products today, but you're also going to hear the stories of the fabulous women who created these products and what were those light bulb moments for them? What were those challenges along the way? And that's just, for me, what makes live shopping so much fun in general, is that not only do I get to tell you these stories, but you get to ask me questions. You get to chime in inside the chat with anything and everything. And I want to highlight the chat in a big way right now. And I want to ask everybody who's on here to please give me a thumbs up. Hello, I'm seeing Sherry. I'm seeing Candy is back. We haven't seen Candy in a while. Please give me a hello, because what you might not know about the chat and live shopping and live stream in general is that when the chat is active, that signals to the social media platforms that there's something interesting going on here. And then they push it out to more and more people. And every time I do a live shopping show with the Grommet, I have one goal. And that goal is to amplify the stories and the products of these incredible independent inventors and makers, and to let the world know about them in this marketplace that is so crowded with so many bazillions of products, whether it's on Amazon or Walmart or you name it. It's really hard when you're an independent inventor to get found and to get discovered. And social media and live shopping is one way to do that in a big way. So we want to get the chat going in a big way so that all 6 of these fabulous female inventors can be seen and heard and talked about and shared, and that they're the hoping that their products and their businesses just explode in a big way. So you guys are all a very, very important part of that. And I'm seeing so many of the inventors inside the chat. You guys, thank you for being here. I had the pleasure of speaking with my live guest right before we went live, and I'm so thrilled to have this guest on. You have no idea. I am saving her until the end because it's something that you don't want to miss. And I want you to stay here the whole time. And her name is Bonnie Tyler. I will tell you that. And Bonnie is someone that I have met in person many, many years ago. And we both share a commonality that we both have product lines on HSN. And Bonnie is just a kick in the pants, such a breath of fresh air. The product she invented just has such a big place in my heart because my product line was originally called Simply Solved by Marcy McKenna because it was simple solutions to everyday problems. And boy, does the invention that Bonnie created fall right in line with that. It is a very simple solution to an everyday problem that I know you can all relate to, and you are going to love the solution if you don't already have it. I promise you, you're going to want to have one for yourself and probably many more for all your friends as gifts. It's the easiest, most fun gift. Everybody always loves it. So I'm keeping you in a little bit of suspense with that. Oh my gosh, so many fun people in here. I want to say hi to everybody, but I know we have a lot to talk about. So I'm just going to kind of try to move along, and I want to cover some housekeeping before we get started. And that is that if you're not familiar with Grommet and how it works, basically Grommet is set up for what we call upvoting. So every Thursday, we launch between 20 and 30 brand new products every single Thursday. And when those go live, everybody in America, if not the world, has the opportunity to vote for the ones that they love. And by voting, you get 20% off of that product. And first of all, it's something that's really important to the inventors to get these votes because, as you can imagine, when you invent a product and you put it out there for the first time, you don't know how it's going to be received. So these votes are really important. It is no skin off your back whatsoever to vote if you like a product. I'm going to be bringing in a QR code on the screen right here for you guys to go ahead and vote by using that QR code. You'll get a 20% discount if you choose to buy it. If you don't, that discount will stay with you for any time you want to buy it down the road. The other thing I want to mention is that on every Grommet Live show, we do a giveaway. And tonight is no different. In fact, tonight I'm going to be doing 2 giveaways. One of them is going to be done sort of near the beginning of the show because I am going to do a little sort of a guessing game. And whoever guesses gets to win one of our products from tonight. And the second giveaway is going to be done at the end of the show with Bonnie's product. So if you would like to be entered in the giveaway, you are going to use that QR code right there. So you just get your phone out, take a picture of that, and go ahead and enter. And for a second chance at winning, you're going to, inside the chat, just say giveaway. One word, giveaway. And my producer, Jen, who's sitting right over here, who is a godsend to me during these shows and always, she will give you that second giveaway opportunity. So don't miss out on that because these are great giveaway products. You guys are going to love them. We've got Plant Warrior in here. We have got Spleesh or Leash Carry. Yay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sherry wants a second giveaway. Jen, so does Headlight Harness. All right. Okay. We are moving and shaking in the chat. So without further ado, I'm going to get started with the show. And during these Women Inventor shows, if you have been here for the past 3 shows, you already know that I love to begin the show by highlighting a very famous female inventor. And I'm trying to think of all the ones that we've done so far. I'm not even going to go back over those, but I'm very excited for tonight's. And I might be even more excited for next week's. But tonight's, so this is the one that I'm going to have you guys guess and find out who can figure out who this female inventor is that I am talking about. Let me first say that, what was going to be my first clue here? Let's see, without giving it away. She was the inventor. She was a famous toy inventor. In fact, so much so that she was actually the co-founder of a toy company. Does anybody know who that would be? So far, just with that. No, no, no. Okay. This was an inventor that actually created a product and created several products, but a couple of them were named after her children. Anybody? Oh, we already have a winner. Sheila, congratulations. Headlight Harness is right behind her, but Sheila was the very first one to guess. The inventor that I'm speaking of is the one and only Ruth Handler. Now, Ruth Handler is the inventor, there she is right there, of the Barbie doll. And I just love the story so much. I mean, what an amazing woman. And there's so many side stories I could tell about her. If you haven't done research on her, I highly, highly encourage it. Wait, why does Sheila say she doesn't count? Why don't you count, Sheila? I feel like you do. But if you have a good reason, then there was someone right behind you. I think Headlight Harness was right behind you. So let us know and we'll go from there. But anyway, Ruth Handler, I thought it was so interesting because she was co-founder of Mattel Toys with her husband originally. And Mattel, believe it or not, started off selling picture frames. That was the first product that they were selling. And then eventually they branched off into doll furniture and things like that. And she was observing the fact that all the dolls that were created for young girls were baby dolls. And so what was the purpose of a baby doll, right? Purpose of a baby doll is to teach women to teach young girls to become a mom and to teach them how to be a mom. And Ruth Handler had bigger sights for the young girls and wanted to teach young girls how to model older, women and what the possibilities were and what they could become someday. So she had the brilliant idea of creating a doll that looked like a woman. So it was very revolutionary at the time, if you can imagine that she was creating a doll that had adult proportions. And she pitched this idea to the team at Mattel, and basically she got a big no. And the reason being is that they could not imagine in their wildest dreams what a mom that would buy a doll that had boobs, to put it bluntly. And so it was just a big no, but she kept pushing forward and she believed in it. And she saw a doll, I forget where it was, that she saw one in another country that really kept, inspired her again to go after it. And she finally, I believe it was 1959, that she debuted Barbie for the very first time at the toy fair. And the rest is history. It took off in such a big way. It was named after her daughter, Barbara. And then it was only a couple years later that there were so many fans for Barbie dolls that they were clamoring for Barbie to have a boyfriend. And we all know who the boyfriend is. That was Ken. And Ken, of course, was named after her son. So again, there are so many more stories to go along with it that we don't have time to get to, but I encourage you to go online and read about her because she's fast. Here's to Barbie. And as it's a very famous movie that just came out, really highlights that doll. So that's kind of fun, but we are going to get on to all of the fun products that we have for you tonight. There is one that I'm going to start with that I am kind of over the moon obsessed with. Not kind of, I am. And I don't think she's on here. She is 7 months pregnant, and she's having kind of a few little difficulties. So just from a precautionary side, she's laying very low right now. So she was going to be a guest on tonight, but we're gonna do that at a later time. But I did want to highlight her product nonetheless because I am so crazy nuts over this product. And as you're seeing it right there, it is called a bath bomb. Now, I learned about this product because some of you might know, but many of you probably don't know that I am an expert / mentor judge on a TV show or an entrepreneurial reality show called The Blocks. In fact, my season 10 just launched this week, and it's the show. If you have not enough, it streams on Amazon Prime now, but the easiest way to watch it is by downloading the app. And again, it's The Blocks, BLOX. And as I said, I'm season 10, and this inventor of bath bombs that I'm going to introduce you to in just a second, she's from a later season, so we did not meet on set, but I'm inside of a Facebook group with her and was hearing some stories about, I fell in love with her product right when I saw it, and then heard some backstories and thought, I've got to get this girl on the Grommet and on Grommet Live. So we have that fun connection, and again, you will meet her in person sometime soon. But for now, just meet her product, because what it is, I think it's so brilliant. First of all, I think we all know of bath bombs, right? The the fizz balls that you put inside a bathtub and they fizz and they make your bathtub smell great. She took that idea and she said, why can't I make a bath bomb for the crock pot? How brilliant is that? So what she did is basically all of her bath bombs right now are sort of Mexican flavor, very authentic Mexican spices. In fact, each one of these bath bombs that I'm about to show you has a full ½ pound of fresh spices. And I'm taking it out of the box right here. So here's the box. And when you take it out, what you'll see, it almost looks like a coconut, right? So that is the bath bomb. It's inside of the cellophane right now. But when you open that up, even when it's in the cellophane, I mean, the scent that you get from these, even they're inside my pantry and I can smell them and they just make me so hungry. And so there's 4 different flavors. And so she sent me the variety pack, the bundle, so to speak. And that's what I highly recommend because it's so fun to try them all. And so the 4 different flavors are, this one is the Pazul. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And it's, again, bath bomb, BAF, and that stands for bad. I think I could say the word badass food, badass food bomb. The next one is the Chili Colorado, and they all pretty much look the same, but they have very different scents and flavors to them. And then the next one is the Tinga, and the one I tried first was called the, and I'm going to probably pronounce this wrong, someone correct me, the Birria. Insane. All you have to do is get your crock pot. You're going to fill it with water. You're going to put your protein of choice, whether it's beef or pork or chicken, whatever you choose for your protein, and a bath bomb. And that's it. Yo was saying, I wish I had you on my... Oh, I forgot. Yeah, Yo was on the blocks too. Wow. What season were you, Yo? Have you already been on? I'm sure you'll chime in here in a second. Let me know that. So that's it. You put it in a crock pot. This with your protein and water and let it go all day. And you walk into your house and oh my gosh, you cannot believe the smell. And then when you taste it, the flavor is to die for. We did, first of all, let me just say this ½ pound of spices, it makes what she says is 40 tacos. I'm going to say it might even be more than that. We had leftovers for quite a while and we're in the household right now. It is full. Well, I had my mom over too, so 4, but for quite a while. So one night we did tacos with it. One night we did quesadillas with it. And again, that was the Birria. And I can't wait. I think the next one we're going to do is the Chili Colorado. So let me just give you an example of some of the spices that are in here. So for the Chili Colorado, it's ancho chili powder. It is New Mexican chili powder, beef bouillon, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, or oregano, and cumin. So that's it. All fresh, authentic Mexican spices. And so they're formulated perfectly for, in this case, it's the Chili Colorado. So how smart. Can we give it up? Her name is Shaylin Davis, and she is the cutest. I can't wait for you guys to meet her. She is awesome. And I'm so proud of her for coming up with such a brilliant idea and executing it in such a brilliant way. And if you go to her website, and I do appreciate inside the box, each one, you'll see there's a QR code. And so when you get it, you just go to the QR code and it gives you exact instructions for how to make it. It gives you some recipe ideas. So really, really fun. And with the Grommet discount, as you're seeing there, if you want to give her an upvote, that would be amazing. And again, no skin off your back, but lets her know that you like her product. And with the discount, you are getting a bath bomb for $16. 40 tacos for $16. And to me, you guys know I love talking about hostess gifts. What a phenomenal hostess gift to bring to somebody. Even you put it in a cellophane bag with, I don't know, some jalapeno peppers and the lime or something like that. And you have a brilliant hostess gift. I've got a phone that is going off here and I don't even know where it is. But it's okay. Under control. So with the discount, again, because with Grommet, you're getting a 20% discount. So it is $16 per bath bomb. And you can also get the bundle, as I mentioned, as well. So with that QR code, you're going to vote. You're going to get your 20%. And if you want to take it through and purchase it either after the show or down the road, you'll still have that 20%. So not too shabby. So what do you guys think of that? Is that a brilliant idea? Let's give her a thumbs up. Let's get the chat going so that, again, that's how the social media platforms start pushing it out to the world. And I don't know where you're watching from, but we are live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook on multiple pages. I think on LinkedIn today. I'm not sure if we are for sure, but kind of all over the place. So that chat is really, really important. So if you like it, please give her a thumbs up. She's Spleester Leash is saying, great name and sounds really yummy. Can't wait to try it. You are going to love it. And also, it makes so much that you can freeze it for leftovers too. Oh, the other thing we did with the one we made is we used it in eggs the next day. So we made kind of a Mexican scramble, and it was really, really great. So if you are just jumping on, I want to remind everybody about the giveaway. So the first giveaway, as we mentioned, went to, did we decide that Sheila got the giveaway, or did she tell us why she doesn't deserve the giveaway? Sheila, I think you're getting the giveaway. I don't know why, but you are getting the giveaway, and you are getting a bath bomb. So I cannot wait to hear what you think of the bath bomb. And so our producer, Jen, will be getting in touch with you, and she will ask you what flavor you like, and we will get one out to you as soon as we can. And so we still have another giveaway to go. So if you have not entered, you're going to do that with the QR code. Is it still up there? If it's not, we're going to put it up in just a second. And if you want a second entry, you're going to just put one word in the chat, and that is giveaway. Pretty easy. Okay, moving along to product number 2. I am very excited about this product because this is a product that I need desperately. This is a product that Greg and I actually had on the traditional Grommet Live show not too long ago. And so I had the pleasure of doing some research on it and learning all about it way back then. I'm going to go grab the QR code for this one now. Where is it? Actually, Jen's going to do it because she's better at this than I am. Oh, I think I found it. I got it. Okay, so product number 2 is called Root Warrior, and it's by a company called Plant Warrior, and more specifically by a woman inventor named Tanya. And Tanya, I love you for inventing this because I do love to garden. I do love my plants, but my plants don't love me very much. I definitely do not have a green thumb. I try. I especially, like probably many of you, I know gardening sort of went through the roof during COVID as far as a popular pastime. And I got very into it, and I did a whole vegetable garden and herbs and all of that. And it was so much fun, but it just didn't do that well. And I like to blame it on the soil, where I live, because I live kind of by the beach, and maybe that's why, but I don't know. But anyway, Tanya invented, I'm showing you, my son said, because we went on the Mexican cruise, he thought these were sombreros that we could take for decoration on our cruise. But they are not sombreros. This is a patented device that she created, and I wish I could get into all the technical aspects of it, but I encourage you to go check that out and Tanya, kudos to you for having this on your website. She's got a great website. But she does have, if you scroll all the way down, you'll see something that says technology, and that really dives into the patent and to all the different design elements that are built into this to make it so brilliant. So what this is basically, it makes planting and gardening foolproof. It takes all the guesswork out of how to grow healthy plants. And if you're like me, when I have with my potted plants, sometimes I'll want to take them out and replant them because they're just not doing well. And what I find at the bottom is all the roots are gangly, and there's so much water, and there's rot at the bottom. And I'm certain that is why, of course, my plants aren't doing well. But this is designed to actually give the optimum amount of oxygen and water to the roots. And by doing that, that is allowing the roots to absorb the optimal amount of nutrients and minerals for the most healthy plants possible. And when she was inventing this, and again, every little detail, I mean, there are different ridges and the way that it's slanted, the cup on top, every little detail to this serves the purpose and makes whatever you're putting it in, whether it's indoor or outdoor, it's for both, whether it's in a pot or in ground or in a raised planting bed, any way you slice it, what this is going to do is what I just described about it's going to pull the water away from the roots, leaving the right amount of water to create healthy plants. And it also, but with that slant, it creates aeration in the soil. that allows that oxygen, the perfect amount of oxygen for healthy plants. So I think these are so brilliant. Obviously, it comes in the 3 sizes, and they're designed for the different plant pot sizes. But basically, you're just going to put this in the bottom of wherever you're planting. You're going to fill it up with soil just a little bit above the top, and plant whatever you're going to plant around it, and you're done. And when you water it, you have that peace of mind of knowing that your plants are going to get the right amount of water, the right amount of oxygen, and the right amount of nutrients. So smart, Tanya. And I think Tanya is in the chat. Let me go back to the chat. You are. Yes, she is. Yay. Let's see here. Oh, I'm missing so many chats. Oh my gosh. Oh, replying to Hillary. Let's see. Yes, indoor, outdoor, year round. Lovelies definitely need them for my plants. So smart, plant warrior. Candy says, sounds like you know what you're talking about. Are you talking to me, Candy? Does it sound like I do? Because I don't. But all I know is I like healthy plants. And if this is going to help me make my plants healthier, I am all about it. And I am getting ready to replant everything. So I am actually going to use these and will report back to you. Let's see. If indoor plants are doing well, should you disrupt it and plant with Root Warrior? I have some in trouble I want to use it with, but I'm curious about the ones that are currently doing well. That's a great question, Carrie. Let's see. She says, grows great with veggies. Oh, thank you, Candy. So yes, I would love to know the answer to that too. So what basically Carrie's asking is if you have plants that are doing really well, does it make sense to uproot them and put this in, or do you let it keep going and then down the road maybe do that? So anyway, really, really smart. And with the discount, with the Grommet discount, it is $35.96. And I do have a question for Tanya. And is that $35.96 for the bundle of 3? Not sure what that includes. I believe it does, but let us know on that. And again, what you're going to do is you're going to vote with that QR code, and you can just do the upvote if you're not ready to purchase right at this minute. If you want to stay here with us inside the show, you can do that. You might notice that Grommet has redone their website, in at least the checkout process, to make it a lot easier for you. But what stays the same is that when you upvote, you're going to get that 20% discount code in your own little discount folder, which is actually so cool because it's kind of like a catalog of all your favorite items on Grommet. And then when you're ready to use it, you can just go into the folder and just click on it and you can use it then. Okay, reply. We're getting a reply from Plant Warrior Tanya. She says, yes, repotting will help them. So if they are doing well now, I think what she's saying is they're going to be doing even better if you repot them. So I can't wait to hear from you guys about how well these work. Are they so easy to plant? I'm sure they are, because they're very lightweight, and I love that you have all the different sizes for the different purposes. So well done, Tanya. And I know we've got leap year coming up, so it just kind of seems like the right time, and we're heading into spring. So I think we're all kind of getting gardening on our mind. And she's saying, yes, they are sold in sets. The large is a set of 5, medium is a set of 6, and small is a set of 8. I also have multi-packs. Okay, I didn't understand that. Thank you so much for clarifying. Again, this is why I love live shopping. So what she's saying is, I was thinking that came the set of 3, but the $35.96 that she's referring to there is you're getting 8 of the smalls if you're wanting the smalls, or 5 of the the large is 5, the medium is 6, but then she also does have multi-packs. So there are definitely options there. And you can reuse them again and again and again, which is so brilliant. So these are not disposable. You'll keep using them. So money very well spent. If you have even a slightly brown thumb, that will save you a lot of money over time. Okay, so let's see. Let's move on to our next product, which is a favorite of mine. I have right over here. Let me get it out. And this woman is a favorite of mine as well. She is inside the Women Inventors Club. And I want to just, before I get into the product, just do a quick plug for the Women Inventors Club, because I'm seeing so many of our members here inside the chat. So thank you, ladies, for being here. But if you are a female who has a product or an idea, or whether that product is in just the idea stage, or maybe you are knee deep in product development and design, or maybe you have a product that is already out on the market, wherever you are in your inventing journey, we want to invite you to become a member of the Women Inventors Club. And it is completely free. It is basically a Facebook group of sorts, but that almost oversimplifies it because it is so much more meaningful than that. It is just an amazing group of close to 1,000 women now who really share that common bond, that common thread of being a creative, ambitious thinker who is ready to push fear to the curb and take that idea and bring it to life. And if you are on the journey or have been on the journey, you know that it can be a very windy road. It can have a lot of ups and downs. And most of us get into it and we don't know what we're doing. We get into it and we're just kind of learning as we go. That was absolutely me 12 years ago. I had so many ideas and I finally took the plunge and decided to bring one to market. And I made so many mistakes along the way. And what I would not have given to have the Women Inventors Club at that time, where I could bounce ideas off people. I could ask people for resources and tools and what's working and what's not working, and that I could have accountability that kept me going every day, and support, and feeling like you're not alone in this journey. And that's what the Women Inventors Club is. And it is just really, really wonderful and feeds my soul in such a meaningful way. I could go on and on. And so, Jen, if you haven't already, I would love for you to put the link to join. I think she already did. To join the Women Inventors Club, because again, it's completely free. You just click the link and you'll be sent, I forget exactly how it works, but you're invited to join, and you get to become a member. And so again, you can ask questions. We do little kind of master classes in there, and it's just, more than anything, it is just a wealth of knowledge and resources and support and accountability. So definitely there it is again. Great. Thank you, Jen. Okay, Sheila's saying thank you for the link. And yes, and spread the word. If you know someone who is creating a product or has an idea for that, please share that with them, because the more this group grows, the better it's going to be, because just the more information and support and resources there will be for all. So it's always a good thing. Okay, so moving on, we are going, let's see, we've already got the QR code up. Okay, great. So the next product, I love the name of this. For those of you who don't know it already, this is Spleesh. Spleesh your leash. This is an accessory that goes onto your dog leash. Now, I am a huge dog lover. I think most of you, if you know me at all, you know that. I have my dog Coco, who is my best friend in the world, and I missed her so much when I was on the cruise. Oh my gosh, I hated to say that to my kids, but I think I was more excited to get home and see her than anybody, because I always feel so bad when I leave, because I feel like she's looking at me and she has no idea if I'm coming back or when I'm coming back, where everybody else in the family, I can tell them. So anyway, that's just a little side story. But this was invented by the brilliant Carrie Cook and her daughter. Let's see. And Carrie, I'm forgetting your daughter's name. I had the pleasure of meeting Carrie in person with her daughter at a show called Super Zoo. It's a pet trade show, pet product trade show. It's huge in Las Vegas, and it was so much fun. And Carrie got to pitch her product to the pros, and I think she was very nervous at first, and she got up there and did it and killed it. She really did a phenomenal job. And so it was so fun to watch, and so fun to see the reaction of the judges that were on the panel, and how well received it was. So what it is, getting back to it, is basically, the way I think of it, is a hydration device for your dog when you're walking your dog. And my dog Coco is a black lab. We do live in sunny Southern California, where it can get really warm. But even when it's not warm, I feel like Coco gets really warm because she is black, and how that she absorbs that sun. And so this handle, again, attaches to your own leash, or you can get Carrie's leash, that the leash that's attached right here. Very simple to attach. It's actually a brilliant attachment device, and it is so strong. At first I was thinking, well, isn't it going to come off? So strong. In fact, I think on her website she even shows a major truck pulling it to show how strong and that it attaches to your leash. So once it's on there, what you'll see here is a little reservoir of sorts that you just open up, fill with water, and now you have a handle filled with water, and you just walk it like this. It's very comfortable to hold, which I really appreciate. In fact, I like holding this so much more than holding a regular leash. Like, this is, too little, and you got to hold it too tight. This is like that perfect feel. Then when your dog gets hot, you have the option of this opens up to become just like that folds down, and this becomes a drinking bowl for your dog. And it looks little, but it actually is absolutely perfect. I used it actually right when I got home from the cruise. I went down by the boardwalk where we walk along the beach and used it. And there's two ways to fill this. You can either spray it with this trigger right here. It just shoots into the bowl there. And that's, in my opinion, the easiest way to fill it up. You can also tilt it there with that reservoir where you filled it and pour the water in that way by opening it. It's just a little messier, I think. Carrie, I'm curious if you agree with that. So I like to just squirt it and fill it. And Coco, at first, when I first used this with her, she didn't know what it was, and I think she kind of backed away from it. But now she's obviously learned that it is her best friend, and so she comes right to me whenever I open this up. But the other thing I love about it is when you're not using it as a bowl, you close this up, and this becomes a water spout. Let's see if you can see that on camera. I don't know if you can see that, but that is water. So it's also a mister of sorts to keep your dog cool. And as we're heading into spring and heading into summer, and if you go hiking with your dog or you live in a warmer climate, you can't be without this. Once you start using it and you start, for me, it's the peace of mind of knowing that if she does get hot on the walk, I have a solution ready to go. I don't have to go look for a water spout somewhere. I don't have to go look for, some people put the dog bowls out as you walk along. And those dirty dog bowls when you're in public dog parks and things. She has her own little personal hydration station that is ready to go whenever she's thirsty or hot. So smart. And I'm sure there are a million very clever comments in the chats, of course. Way to go, Carrie. Her daughter's name is Kat. Thank you for that. I'm so sorry that I was just blinking. I could see her face though. I love this. It's brilliant. My golden lab will love it. Everyone with the dog needs this. Absolutely. And if you have a pet lover, a dog lover in your life, what a great gift to give someone. I mean, most people like I always love giving a wow gift. To me, once they see it, they may not have heard of it before. They open it up, and when you tell them how it works and show them how it works, I mean, this is just one of those that you don't forget this, and the dog will love it more than they love it. So great product. And with the Grommet discount, you're getting it for $28. And Carrie, that is, let's see. Yeah, that's the attachment part. And again, you can use Carrie's leash, which, is a really nice quality, great leash, or you can use your own leash and just attach. This will just attach to your own leash that you're already using. Carrie, did I forget anything? Let's see. And she's agreeing about it's easier to spray with the water, but when thirsty, hold it with the spray facing up, close the lid, and pull the plug out. Yeah. So what she's saying is if they're really thirsty and they want the water and you don't have time to spray it into the bowl, you're going to reopen this. So you're closing the spout, the bowl. You're reopening that. Then you're putting the bowl back down and it pours much faster into here to fill that bowl up really quickly. So you have the two different options for sure. And there is a video on the website for how to use that. Such a great idea. Does it come in different sizes or adjustable? Carrie, I don't believe it comes in different sizes. I think it's a one size fits all. Is that correct? And when you say, is it adjustable? I'm not sure in what way you mean. If you mean by, is it adjustable with the leash and where the leash is positioned? Maybe. Nope. She says she's disregarding the adjustable comment, but does want to know about the sizes. So Carrie, if you could let us know if it comes in different sizes, but I believe it's just the one size, but I could be wrong. So let us know on that. So anyway, brilliant invention, Carrie. I love it. And I love to see all your success. It's just been so fun to watch. Yes, the leash is 6 feet and you can put it in anywhere, but it's not retractable. That is true. It is not retractable because once it's in there, it is so strongly in there. That doesn't mean you can't take it off. You can very easily take it off by squeezing these buttons here. But when you want it secure, it's definitely secure. And it only holds one size, holds 12 ounces of water. I had asked that last time. I couldn't remember. Yeah, so it's a good amount of water. I mean, I've never run out when I'm on the walk. It's like a perfect amount, I think. So love this product. So definitely, you guys, if you like it, if you are just think it's brilliant that she came up with this idea and actually executed on it and, had the guts to go out there and actually make it happen and bring it to life, give her an upvote if you haven't already. I mean, it's just so appreciated by our inventors and makers. And give her a high five or a thumbs up in the chat, because again, that's how we signal to social media that something exciting is going on. And that's how these videos get seen by more and more and more people all around the world. And so that's pretty exciting. So thank you guys for being here and supporting the women inventors in the way that you have and the way that you continue to do every week. It's so exciting. Let's see. Fantastic idea. Yes, good, good, good. And again, reminding you about the giveaway. We have another giveaway to come, and we have an amazing guest coming very soon here. Oh my gosh. In fact, time is running out, so I'm going to get going because you guys, she is a treat. That you, her knowledge, and she had no idea what she was doing when she got started, and what she has learned along the way, and the amount of success my guest that's coming up has had is incredible, and you do not want to miss it. So definitely stay tuned for that. Okay, we are going to move on to our next product, which is, where am I? Okay, this one is super cool. In fact, I'm going to demo it with a product that was created by another one of our women inventors, whose name is Renee Scalzini. I don't think Renee is in here, but maybe she is. I hope she is. And she launched her product on Grommet not too long ago, and that is her Gia mini tote that you're seeing right here. That's just a little plug for Renee, because I love her tote so much and I used it on my cruise. But the product that I'm going to show you, that I'm going to demo it with, is so smart. And I am so excited to show it to you. And it's one of those that when you start playing with it and you start using it, you think of so many more ways that you can use it, and how helpful, incredibly helpful this can be in your life. And this is another one of those gift ideas where, because I start using it, I'm thinking, oh, this, my mom really needs this, or so-and-so could really use this. I think this is an item that every female can use almost every single day. And it's so beautifully done. This is called the handbag handcuff, which I think is super, super clever. Is she in here? I don't know if I've seen her. Oh, wait. Okay. Wait a minute. Where are my... Give me 1 second here. I am missing something. Okay. Okay, so yes, we do have our inventor. There she is, handbag handcuff right there. And here it is. I'm going to show you the red right now. But this is a gorgeous, I mean, very sort of fashion statement, I must say, like, and the quality of it, just when you look at it, I wasn't sure exactly what it was at first. I had an idea of what it would do, but it is so substantial. If you could feel it, and the leather, and the, I'm not sure if it's vegan. Is it vegan leather? I think it is vegan leather. But the design is beautiful, but it is the use of the handbag handcuff that you are going to love. So you may have seen solutions that keep your handbag attached to the headrest of a car. I've seen that before. I hadn't used one myself, but I really appreciated how smart it was and how much I should have used it, because I am someone who lives out of my car all the time. I feel like every morning my kids call me the bag lady, because I have so many bags that I leave the house with and come home with. And so I'm always, struggling with all my bags. And so many times I feel like I'm driving and I put on the brakes at a stoplight and my bag goes flying onto the ground. And that's how those car accidents happen, when you're reaching down trying to pick up something that fell out of your bag. Can anybody relate to that? So originally, at first glance, and yes, it is vegan leather, I'm hearing, and it comes in so many cool colors. This is a silver here, and here's the red. And on Renee's bag, you're going to see the orange. I love, because I said to Jen when I first saw it, this reminds me very Hermes. And it is that quality too, which is awesome. But so just for that alone, so as you can imagine, this hooks to the headrest, and then you would attach your purse here, and that keeps it very secure so that nothing is going to go flying onto the floor. So whether it is your briefcase, your diaper bag, your handbag, your tote, or grocery bags, if you've just gone shopping and you've got all these bags and you don't, and it could be on the front seat, or it could hang on the back, and you've got handbags hanging off the back, or whatever it is that you've had attached to that. So just that alone, I love, because I can see how that can be so helpful and such a safety device for your car, really. But what I really love about it is when you go to her website, you'll see all the different uses. And if you go to the Grommet site, you'll see amazing pictures of showing it in use. And my mind has just been spinning. And where I am most excited to have this. So this to me is something that you just always keep in your purse or always attach to your handbag. And then you can put it inside your purse. And then when you want to use it, you take it out. For me, grocery shopping. For me, when I was at Trader Joe's the other day and I left my bag in the cart and I walk over to pick out my favorite cheese. I'm a big cheese lover. And I'm picking that out. And the guy that works at Trader Joe's comes up to me and says, ma'am, I know your purse is right there, but I really wouldn't leave it there. And I was maybe 2 feet from the cart, but he said that happens constantly at their store. And I'm sure it's not just their store, it's probably every store. But that is a major, very, very common theft, is handbags out of grocery carts. So the fact that you can hang this onto the grocery cart and secure it to your handbag and just have that peace of mind that someone can't walk by and snag it is so smart. Now, if you're someone like me who's a bag lady and you have lots of, whether you go grocery shopping and you have to carry all these bags inside, or maybe you live in an apartment and you've got to go upstairs with all these bags, the fact that these can basically, each one, because you've got a carbiner on each side, each one can hold a boatload of bags here and a boatload of bags here, and then you've got a handle to carry them all. How can you imagine how much easier that makes it to tote bags all over the place? And then what I thought was even more brilliant is it is perfectly sized to fit over your shoulder. So you can be carrying bags here, and just balancing that weight. So something so simple, something that has such a simple yet very chic and stylish design, can become so useful. And then again, my mind spins and I was thinking of this and I go to a website and I see, oh, of course she thought of that. And that is when you are, I love playing pickleball these days, and I have the bag that's got all my pickleball stuff in it. And yet you don't want to leave it on the ground and you don't want to, you're off playing. Someone could just come up and pick it up and go. But you can attach this to the fence, a gate, whatever it is, and then your handbag or your sports bag attached here. And again, you've just got that peace of mind. Someone can't just come by and take it. But also I like the fact that it lifts it off the ground and kind of hangs it up, gives you a hanging hook. So I'm sure there's a million different ways to use this luggage, putting it on the handle of luggage, and then you can hang a tote or a bag or anything off of that. It would be so smart. Pickleball rules. Yay. What else am I seeing? It's so much easier. Let's see, so much easier to carry all the bags. I'm always testing the weight limits. Love it for traveling too. Okay, great. I am curious, what are the weight limits? It's so substantial that I have to believe you could carry. I don't know if you can see the thickness of that, the quality of that. This is a lifetime device here. So you're buying one, although you might want two if you're carrying a whole bunch, and keeping it for life. Now, one other little feature, as you've probably seen here, we've got the little button. When you open this up, inside you have what she calls an auxiliary strap that just comes right out. If I can find it in here. There it is. And I love the little prints she puts inside. Look how cute that is. And then with the red, I love that you did the blue. And so this basically extends the amount of bags. See how you can create even a much bigger loop there? So whether you're putting it around a pole or something that might have a wider diameter, that's when this can come in real handy. But it can also come in handy when you're wanting to carry additional bags. So basically, see how that works? And so you've got that additional. So again, this is the handbag handcuff, and I think it is so smart. And as I have to say, I do love the orange. Has to be my favorite, I think. But how many colors? I think it comes in 8 different. Am I right about that? And with the discount, as you're seeing there, it goes from $49, I believe it is, no, $50 down to $40. And that might sound like a little pricey for, on the surface, but when you see it in person, when you feel it, when you see the quality, when you see how chic and stylish it is worth every penny of that. And again, look at again how cute the different printouts are in there. And then she's got the strap on this one. It's black. So cute. Love that. So definitely worth every penny. And because it is so quality and so chic and stylish, it again makes such a great gift. And this is kind of that easy gift where you don't have to know someone's size. You don't have to know their favorite perfume. That this is something that every female can use. And if there is someone in your life who's a little bit maybe older and has more difficulty carrying things, it just makes it so much easier to do that. So I think it's a really kind gift to give someone as well. So this is the handbag handcuff. Secures your bag with one click, is what it says. Cute little tag there too. I love your branding. You did a great job. So thank you so much for that one. And oh my gosh, I did miss a whole bunch. Is that a pocket with this? Is that a pocket with the snap? Good question, Candy. And it, as I showed you, it does hold the snap, but it also is a little pocket. And she's even got another pocket built into it that's so cute. I'm hoping you can see it. See that? There's a little pocket right there. So you could put a key in there or just a little bit of cash, maybe. Yes, I forgot that. Bring it with me on trips. Never mind. 16 colors. I didn't realize it was 16 colors. Oh my gosh. And yes, Hillary's asking if it is metallic. The silver is metallic. And I believe she also has gold metallic as well. That's really, really pretty. And she's got 5 colors on Grommet, but 16 colors total. And yes, that's metallic. Let's see, silver metallic. My son would love this for trade shows, not just for women. Fabulous idea. Yes, trade shows. This is trade show season, so I have been attending, and my gosh, you end up with so many bags, so many different things to tote around. So this would be a great idea for that. Lori's saying it is gorgeous. I love all the feedback, you guys. Thank you for chiming in. Love that, love that. Okay, we are moving on. We have one more product, and then we're bringing in my amazing guest who I can't wait. I hope she's still there. So our next product is another, just, you guys, women are brilliant. I'm just saying, the ideas that women come up with are so smart. And the fact that I think when we come up with the ideas, we keep pushing forward and we actually make them happen. And this is one of those. This was invented by a woman that was dealing with, her name is Melissa Smith. And she was living in a place where there was a lot of sunlight coming in. She had young kids. There's Melissa right there. Wait, Melissa Ralston. Why do I have Melissa Smith? Smith Ralston. And she created what is called Otter Space, which I thought was a very clever name. But what was happening is she had little ones and was trying to put them down for naps, but there was always sunlight coming in. I'm sure everybody can relate to that on some level. My little one is not so little anymore. She's 17, but she evidently needs blackout curtains more than anybody, because that's she lives and dies for blackout curtains. When we go to hotels and there's blackout, she is the happiest girl in the world. And she does have blackout roller shades, but they recently broke, and she has not been a happy camper. So she gets to try this, and I'm so excited about it. So what it is, Melissa came up with the idea of creating a portable blackout curtain so that you could have one big panel that could create that perfect blackout, 100% blackout. And let me tell you, this is majorly thick, majorly quality. It is, I mean, I was stunned when I took it out of the package and felt it in my hands. I mean, it is really, really nice quality. And so this one blackout, what it comes with is what are called, oh gosh, I'm going to get this wrong. I forget the name of it. I think they're blackout blocks. Correct me there, Melissa, if I'm wrong. But it comes with these magnetic blocks. And so what these do is these attach to the metal around your curtain. And they're so brilliantly designed that this then, and so if, let's say this is attached to the metal, then you're going to slide it out when you want to put your blackout curtain up. This then goes behind, or attaches just very simply to the blackout panel, and then it magnetically affixes to your window. So it is designed, it comes in both, these blocks come in both black and white, so you're going to maybe match them to your window. And the panel itself comes in a 57-inch, a 78-inch, and a 91-inch. So you pick your size that fits whatever space that you want. And it's because these are movable and adjustable, you can really take one of the panels and adjust it for different sizes. But what's so smart is you can instantly have a blackout, a complete 100% blackout. Then you can take the same panel and maybe the next day, I don't know, you have a guest in the next room and you want to move it over there. So it's portable. So it can move from room to room, but more brilliant is that it can travel with you. So if you have little ones who have difficulty getting to sleep, if there is any sort of sunlight coming in, and knowing that you can just bring this one panel with you, and attach it anywhere you want is so smart. I really, really love this and really wish that I would have had it when my little ones were younger, because and I love Melissa's says on her website, or maybe it was even on the Grommet site, about how they tried everything and there was just nothing that really worked and gave that blackout. So what they did, they resorted to getting tinfoil and taping tinfoil around the windows. And it was at that moment that they said, there has got to be a better way. And so they came up with Otter Space. And again, it comes with the panel, it comes with the blocks, and then it comes with the actual rings, because you can also, if you want, that's just the portability if you want it 100% blackout, but you can also hang it, and it's got the holes there to use the rings and hang it on your curtain rod. So whatever you prefer. But if it's hanging, you know how the sunlight kind of peeks in around the sides? The brilliance of it is that you don't have to have that, because you use the magnets to secure it to the window when you're ready to take a nap or go to sleep. So really, really smart. It also comes with other adhesive strips. There's all kinds. She sort of has made it foolproof in terms of adjustable for any window situation. So there's all different ways to connect it depending on what your window situation is. So very, very smart idea. Candy says she is terrified of the dark, but this is a product that she hopes she gets in stores in Alaska. Candy is from Alaska. Many people would use these, especially tourists who are caught unaware of the summer midnight sun. That is so true. I'm curious, Melissa, if you have marketed it at all in Alaska, because that is very true. I was on an Alaska cruise not long ago, and I was so surprised by it. I didn't know that it stayed like that long. So that was really interesting. Let's see. Wish I had this when I was traveling with my kids when they were small. Completely. Really, really smart. And again, let's see. I think I missed. Wish I would have had these 20 years ago. I know this is one of those items. Many of these are always like, gosh, why didn't I think of that? Or why didn't I have that? It would have made my life so much easier. So if you know someone who's getting ready to have a baby, who has little toddlers who still take naps, what a nice gift to give. I mean, really. Brilliant, brilliant. So thank you, Melissa, for being here. And as you're seeing there, we do have the QR code, and you're getting a nice size discount there when they're on the price of your items. That 20% really, really helps. So if you're thinking about it, go ahead and give her the upvote. Put that discount in your little folder, which you'll see on Grommet, and use that when you're ready. So brilliant job. Okay, without any further ado, I know we are running a tiny bit behind, but it is so worth it, because my guest is a women inventor dynamo. When I thought of doing these shows, this is the woman that I wanted to have, like immediately came to my mind as wanting to have her on, because as I mentioned earlier, in case you jumped on late, I love when someone takes a problem that is being experienced by the world and comes up with a very simple solution to that problem and just makes life so much easier. And this product is definitely one of those. And that is exactly why it has had so much massive, massive success over the years. And in fact, it was one of the first products at the Grommet many years ago. And I don't know if anyone has guessed yet what it is. Let's see, do we have any guesses what product I'm going to introduce and who I'm introducing? I already mentioned it's Bonnie Tyler, but Bonnie is the inventor of this guy right here, the neg. Who has a neg? Let me know if you have a neg. Let me bring Bonnie in. Where is she? There she is. Why am I not?
I am so impressed with all the gadgets you have. It's just absolutely phenomenal. There goes my paycheck.
I know. Exactly. That's the dangerous part of these live shopping shows for sure. I'm going to hide this so I can see you. Give me 1 second here. Jen, I'm trying to get rid of the QR code for a minute. Can you do that? Oh, there it is. Okay. Thank you much. Let's see if I can get on here with you. Why am I not on with you? It's showing me. I'm playing around for a minute.
I don't know. I took over. Sorry about
I think you did. Well, everyone's sick of seeing me anyway, so I'm going to talk from off screen, because for some reason it is not letting us both be on at the same time. Jen, any ideas on that? Okay, I'm going to try going on and off one more time. Turn me back on. No, we don't want that. Oh, there we are. Okay, we did it. Bonnie, thank you for being here. I'm so happy to have you here. What?
I'm so happy to be here. This is great. And, as you mentioned, all these gals that have done all of this work, the easy part of any of this is coming up with the idea. The hard part is committing to it and seeing it through. And I am just mightily impressed at what is going on. I don't think I fully realized there was so much that women have got it. Now, if we can just keep pushing.
No kidding. And Bonnie, that's exactly why I started doing what I do is when during COVID, when Bonnie and I are both on HSN and I live in California, she's much closer to HSN than I am, but I was flying back and forth all the time. And when I had some downtime and wasn't flying back and forth, I started thinking of, wanting to learn more about female inventors and is there a way I could help? And that's when I learned that crazy statistic that only 7% of the patents filed in America were done so by women. And that was jaw-dropping to me. And interestingly, I remember when I started going down that path, I remember you, and I'm guessing you probably don't remember me, but we met at the Inspired, now it's called the Inspired Home Show, but the Houseware Show. I was placed right next to you in the Inventors Corner in a booth. And so we got to talking, and I just thought you were so much fun and so funny and just enjoyed you so much and was such a fan because this is just so simple, right? It is just a very simple product, but I'm someone who loves eggs and I have always struggled with number one, maybe boiling that perfect egg because for some reason my shells are always sticking to the egg. I feel like other people's maybe don't, but mine definitely do. And when I saw you demoing it at the show in the Inventors Corner and saw how easily it worked, I was blown away. And I thought that is so smart. And you said it just 2 seconds ago, Bonnie, when you said it's easy to come up with the idea or to, kind of have that light bulb moment of there's a problem, there must be a solution. But you took that and took it to the next level. Tell us about how you came up with it, why you came up with it, and what made you take it to the next level.
Well, it was really pretty selfish. The reason I came up with it, most good things are revolve around a cocktail party. So I was invited to a cocktail party, and I said I'd bring deviled eggs, and I couldn't get any of the eggs to peel, and I was so fed up. The next morning, I got online, and I wanted to buy an egg peeler, and by golly, nothing. There was absolutely nothing except for the commercial peelers, but they all had the same process. They all had put the eggs on a roll or hard-boiled eggs on a roller. They shook it back and forth and they hit it with water. And the more I watched these, the more I thought, I bet we could come up with something handheld that would do the same job. So although this looks very simple, there's a lot going on inside of this. I mean, there are the little bumps on the side that help to strip the egg of its shell. The caps are convex so that you've got the bumps on the top and bottom that help to guide the water onto the outside of the egg, actually. And the other thing that I think was one of the things that really made this work beyond anything else, there's a little bit of an hourglass shape to it. And if you hold it up, you can see it's not, it's just enough. And what that does is it's like putting your finger over the hose and you make the water go faster and harder by stopping the water flow. By putting that little hourglass shape in there, it stops the water flow with the egg in there. And it really was that was what really made the difference ultimately was everything.
How much trial and error did that take? Because in a way, it reminds me of the Plant Warrior that I was showing. Because same thing where it looks simple, but it's so not. Like every little detail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was really a contest, very selfishly, between me and my business partner to see if we could do it. And we ended up at the local library, and they had the 3D printers, so we could take what was in my head and actually produce it, which is phenomenal when you can do that. For all the inventors that are listening right now, use that 3D printer because it can really make a big difference and saves you a lot of money in building your prototypes. It was, we went through so many different renditions of this thing before we finally came up with at the end, we finally said, we've about had it. Let's just put everything we've done into this one jar. And this is the neg, which it really worked well. I mean, it was fun to see it. It was almost unbelievable to us that it worked as well as it did.
It's amazing. When I watched you demo it for the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, I could even do that. So let's show them how it works. Let's both of us do one. So, and basically, well, let me be the guinea pig, because I'm sure I won't do it as well, and then you can critique me. So basically,
it's simple.
It's that easy. Yeah. It's got a line right there, right? So you're filling with water just to that line.
No, that's too much water.
Oh, I thought it's been a while. I haven't done one in a while.
Just a capful.
Just coming to the red, to the top of the red?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. The problem is that if you put that much water in, the egg will just bobble back and forth and not a lot will happen.
Right.
But a quarter cup of water is very important. And I'm trusting that's hard boiled.
It is hard boiled. That part I got right. And in fact, I even followed Bonnie's recipe for the perfect hard boiled egg. And if you want that, go to her neg website and you will find it there. So we're going to find out what it is. So now I've got the top on. I've got the quarter cup of water. I've got my hard boiled egg inside. And then I'm just going to shake it. How many times?
Shake it up like a cocktail shaker.
And you're going to kind of hear it break. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
It softens.
It softens. Yeah. Exactly. That's right. When you feel it soften. And then I can just open it up. Let's see here. I'm going to get a cup to peel it in or to do it over. Okay, here's my egg. So it's still got the shells on, but as she said, it's softened.
The only thing you have to do now is roll this is backwards on this video anyway. If you roll the egg in your fingers this way, you'll feel that the shell is loose from the egg.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And so what you do is you have to find the break in the membrane, which you may have to assist a little bit, but that break in the membrane, then you just push the egg out that hole.
It comes off in like one, one piece.
There you go.
Look at that. Look how fast. And that's all together. The shell's all together, and that's a perfectly peeled egg. It's amazing. That would have taken me at least a few minutes to get, and then there's always one stuck, and then half the egg white is missing because it's stuck onto the shell. Well, but that is done.
That's what it avoids, is that I used to hate picking at the shell because the shell would go under your fingernails. It's not the most sanitary process either. Yes. So this solved that completely when we came up with this. It was amazing. And that should be the perfectly cooked egg.
The perfectly cooked egg. Well done, Bonnie. I'm so happy to have that little recipe. You guys got to get the recipe. It's so simple. And I've tried like the baking soda and all those little tricks.
Don't need it.
Bonnie knows what she's talking about. So definitely check that out. Plant Weaver says, wow, outstanding product, Bonnie. So inspiring. So Bonnie, I was asking because, as I mentioned, I have my travel product line on HSN, and Bonnie has her neg on HSN, and she's getting ready to introduce a new line of her products that I would love for you to tell us about. That's also going to be on HSN. But I think it is so smart how you're taking your one hero product and now coming up with other things that make that hero product just that much better. So tell us what that is.
Well, the minute you finish making something and it's going pretty well, everybody jumps on you and says, what's next? Which is really kind of annoying. But anyway, what was next in our lives has been the seasonings. So we invented a bunch of seasonings that you can make your deviled eggs or egg salad, and actually people are using it for we have 4 flavors. We have the classic. I'm sorry, this is backwards. This is confusing me totally. But anyway, we have cake.
Not backwards for us.
Has a little spice. We have smoky ham, which people use. They put it in their omelets so that if you're on a diet and you don't want any extra calories, you can add this to your omelet and you get the flavor without the calories. And then what happens to be my favorite is curry, but unfortunately, people don't all agree with me. It has not been our favorite flavoring, but it's very good curry if you like curry.
What is the best seller?
The classic.
Okay.
Classic is basically based off how my mother used to make it. So it's and the nice thing about it is it's repeatable, because this is all pre-done for you. So you're not going to spill the hot sauce or spill whatever, too much of this and that. This has it measured out for you every time, and it makes 24 deviled eggs. So it's quite a hefty bet.
That is great. And so you're going to be, those have not launched yet. Correct.
No.
On HSN they have. Yeah.
Not on HSN. And then we have the whole kit. I mean, I'm really annoying, but anyway, we have the piping bag and tip, which you can make your fancy deviled eggs. And the latest thing that I just put together this morning is, when I was standing in those trade shows, as you well know, you hand out samples. But what was happening with an egg tray is that people were bumping the egg next door, and I didn't like that very much. So what we've done is you take there we go, backwards again. You take these egg spoons and you can make any platter into a deviled egg tray. So you're not wedded to that spot. You can put these on a charcuterie platter. You can put them wherever you want. And eggs can be slippery. I've lost a few on the floor.
That's so smart.
So,
I love that idea.
So
really
we're busy, I must say.
Kelly is asking, what does neg mean? How did you come up with the name?
The neg meant naked egg, but the real truth behind neg is my daughter, who is now a little older, but when she was little, she thought it was, instead of an egg, she thought it was a neg. And I didn't realize this till we were at my mother's house, and she asked Mom to make her a scrambled egg. I looked at that, where does that come from? So it's both things. When we put that together, it kind of worked.
That is perfect. Double meaning. Bonnie, one thing, I know we're a little over time, but because we have so many women inventors on tonight, I would love for you to share a little bit about, I forget if I saw it I saw a story about you and about how your sales were just through the roof, doing so well on Amazon, and then kind of out of nowhere, you woke up one morning to check sales and they were almost non-existent.
Yeah.
And can you explain what happened with that? And I think this is something that so many of us fear, but not only just fear, but so many of us, I know many inside the Women Inventors Club had to deal with it as well. And so I would love for you to share what that journey has been like and is like now.
It was so upsetting in the beginning. I've kind of hardened to it now, but you do just watch these people steal from you. It's not a good experience. It's exactly what happened to me. We suddenly had no sales, and I didn't know what we were going to do about it. We called lawyers, and it was going to be $20,000 to take down one infringer. And we ended up taking down, I think it's over 700 now. So that math doesn't work for anybody. We eventually did find a group that would take us on, and they work by, they only make money if they get a case that goes through and we can collect. But those are few and far between, and most of them go overseas and run back home when we approach them. They came up with a name for me. I was known as Granny Thug. And my grandkids.
Granny Thug.
I mean, really, we shut down so many of them. It was just phenomenal. I had no idea. So I don't think, and people had told us this, and I didn't believe them. It's not if you've got a good product and it's, you've got a rocket ship on your hands, it's not if, it's when. And so you need to be armed with a good set of lawyers that'll work on contingency rather than a flat fee. And that's the only way to survive, I think.
Well, I'm going to challenge that slightly. And that is only to say that I think the other secret weapon that you can have in addition to lawyers is story and who you are. And once, I mean, can I get a high five or something, or thumbs up in the chat? Once you meet Bonnie, I mean, would you, if you knew that someone was counterfeiting and you could get the product for $1 less over here, would you ever do that? No, you want to buy from Bonnie because she's so awesome, so amazing. You know her story. You know how she came up with the idea and what it took to bring that idea to life. And you want to support that. And I choose to believe that most everyone in the world feels that way. But we have to get our stories out there, and we have to, as afraid of the camera as we might be, we have to actually get on camera and tell our story and amplify it out to the world. And that's one of the things I love so much about Grommet, is it lets people like Bonnie be seen and known. And once you connect with someone like her, you're loyal for life. And that is, I just can't encourage enough to anyone who's watching that has a product about the importance of your brand, your personal brand, and who you are and what your story is. Nobody can take that away from you. So people can knock you off all day long, but if you've gotten your story out there and they know who you are, they're going to want to buy from you. And I believe that that's very true with Bonnie. But I also know, because I think I accidentally bought a counterfeit, because what I believe I heard you say too is that nobody knows all the design elements that go into the one that you made, as you described so perfectly early on. And so they were trying to knock it off, but because they maybe didn't have that hourglass feature, whatever it was, theirs were leaking. It wasn't the quality.
Yeah, they don't seal properly. And the other way you can tell that you have one of ours is on the top, it says the neg. And we also have our patent number on the side of the, there you go. And the patent number is on the side of the jar. We did everything to cover ourselves. It's been,
Yep. So do not buy a suit, or Granny Thug is coming after you.
Look out! I'm on the path. Look out!
Well, Bonnie, does anybody have any questions for Bonnie before we do the giveaway? And if you haven't already entered the giveaway, Bonnie has been generous enough to give us one of her negs to give to a lucky winner. So definitely enter, use the QR code up there, and put into the chat giveaway, and you'll get an extra entry into that. We have somebody starting a Bonnie fan club. Sign me up.
There we go.
Someone who said, Karen says, I love it, Granny Thug. What an inspiration. Thank you, Bonnie, for sharing. I know, isn't such an inspiration, and I love that your mind is still going and you're coming up with offshoots of the neg, and they're not just, I feel like so many times, not to throw my pillow under the what do you call that? Under the rug, under the bus. But they just come up with product offshoots just to come up with them, and they're, but each one of yours is so thoughtful and so well done and makes so much sense with your product. I appreciate that so much, and I know that you're going to have huge success with. I can't wait to try
it's been so much fun, and I can't even begin to tell you what it's like to. I mean, for somebody that hasn't done this before, it's an amazing thing to know and hear what you see and think will work, and you can go to the printers and print out what you're thinking. It's phenomenal. It really is. We've come a long way, baby.
Yeah, we have. Was it 2017 that you first launched it?
2016, I had the first thought of it, but we didn't have product till 2017. And one of the kids said to me, wow, this is really fast. And I said, at this age, this is not fast at all, dear. We had a bunch of people we worked with that have just been phenomenal, and they're still on board. I mean, it's a good group, and they've really been helpful. So
now, will you be at the Houseware show?
Absolutely.
Inspired Home Show?
Absolutely. That's where all the trouble started.
Yeah,
That
for
was
sure.
an amazing show that we had there. That was our first, we had HSN picked us up there actually. But right
Mm,
before HSN, the Grommet had already talked to us and wanted to run a trial on the product. And they did that when we got home from Chicago. They ran the trial, and I'm the lone person in the office when this young man from Grommet named Manny called me and said, "We want to, we want to buy your neg." He said, "How many do you have in storage?" And I told a little fib because I thought, well, maybe we better keep some back here. And so I told him we had, I think, 5,000. And he said, we'll take them all. And I went, excuse me? So he said, I'll send over the paperwork. So he sends it over. And I'm in the office all by myself. I look at the paperwork. I didn't understand what it meant. And I called him back and I said, I hate to tell you this, but what's a PO? He said, what do you mean a PO? He said, I said, on the top of the paper, it says PO. And then there's a number. So anyway, I was a
I
little
love,
new to all this.
well, I love that you admit that. We all need to admit things like that. For those of you who
Oh
don't know,
boy.
PO is a purchase order. But
There's been,
I remember one of my first meetings with a manufacturer when I was getting ready to do something with HSM, and I saw on my paperwork a mock, an MOQ, and I'm like, I don't know what. There was a number next to it, a mock. What would a mock be? And I'm typing on my laptop trying to figure out what it was. So that's mock. For those who don't know, is the minimum order quantity.
yeah, yeah,
So
there's a lot of those in my life, especially in the last 7 years. It's been like an avalanche, but it's been a lot of fun and have met a lot of really wonderful people on the way. To the success we've had. I'm grateful for all our fans. It's really fun to watch somebody peel an egg that had trouble with it prior, and it just blows their minds that this could actually work the way it does. So it's been fun. I'm very
well,
grateful.
and we are very grateful for you. And I personally am so grateful that you agreed to come on with me tonight and with everybody here. So thank you so much for that.
I'm delighted.
And, we do have a winner of the NEG, and it is Aldana Clemenis. I am certain that I did not do a good job with that name, but I do believe she's in the chat. Aldana, are you here? You are the winner. Congratulations. And again, and I'm sure if you're really nice to her, she might even autograph your neg.
We can do that.
So congratulations. And again, Jen will be getting in touch with you and she will find out what color. Bonnie, how many colors? Is it just the
7.
yellow and the red? There's
No,
7.
7. It
Oh,
expanded.
what's the most popular one?
Red, which is
Okay.
surprised me. I thought it would have been yellow, but it's been red. Black took over for a while last year, and now we're back on red again. So you
I'm
just
surprised at that. That surprises me a little bit.
sorry.
I said I'm surprised that black would be really popular because
I
I don't
think
think
people are making black. Yeah, I think they're making black and white kitchens, as I was told, but
okay.
which
Yeah,
would
that
make
makes sense. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, again, Bonnie, thank you so much for being here. And
Thank
thank
you,
you,
Marcy.
everyone who is still on with us and who shared tonight with us. The chat was just on fire, which I love to see. That is so, so important to everybody here. So thank you, guys. And I will be back here for Grommet Live with my co-host, Greg, on Friday at 10 a.m. And that's 10 a.m. West Coast and 1 p.m. East Coast. I'm actually going to be coming to you from Austin, Texas. I'm going to go see my son. And then we're going to be back here again for the final National Women Inventors Month Grommet Live. And that's next Tuesday at the same time, 6 o'clock on the West Coast and 9 o'clock on the East Coast. And we have 6 more amazing women inventors and their products, and I am so excited about it. So please come back here again. And I'm going to have Jen put up in the chat how to set a reminder for the show so you don't miss it. So she's going to put that in there. And everybody have a wonderful evening and a great rest of your week. And thank you again, Bonnie Tyler.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everybody.